Jesus purposely brought his disciples to this region in order to actually bring them to a place that was actually the culture center of the world, where they would actually worship the pan god. Now the pan god, this was called Panius, or Banius, as before we were explained that the Israelis can't say P, they say B. And so Banius, and this place was given over to Philip, who was the brother of Caesar Agrippa, or Herod Agrippa. And you've heard the story in the Bible where Herod Agrippa had taken his brother Philip's wife to be his wife. But he gave this area to his brother when he became Herod. He became the king of Israel. And so this was an area that was, historians don't know if it was still being used as a place where they would worship this pan god. The pan god had the picture of a goat's head with a human body, and even today people that are involved in the occult, use this goat's head sign and stuff like that as part of their worship. And so it goes right back to this place. And so they built a temple over this area, and I think that area there they actually called the gates of hell. And they actually built a temple over there, and they believed that the demons would come out of hell into the earth at this particular place. And so they'd worship this particular god, and they'd offer child sacrifices and all sorts of sacrifices and so on. At the same time, the god was actually the god of fertility, and so they sort of believed that they would get fertile ground and fertile crops and all sorts of things as a result, and be fertile themselves. So it was certainly an occultish, virtually very anti-God place of worship. So when Jesus brings the disciples in this region, and whether it was happening at the time or whether because it was known as that place, he then brings to his disciples the question, well, all this worship of a false god, who do people say that I am? And so it's in that context that then Peter says, you're the Christ, the Son of the living God. So I'll just read from Matthew chapter 16 and verse 21 here. It says, from then on Jesus began